Hey, what's up? Tony from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how we turn this beater Tacoma and put a nice custom paint job on it. And you can do this even if you have zero experience. Keep watching and I'll see you in the videos. Learn Auto Body and Paint. Anyone can do it. Now, so this is the green from a 2025 Bronco, Ford Bronco. This is the color. Overall, beautiful truck. Couple of minor dents. What we'll do is we'll go around the truck and kind of mark out where all the body work needs to be done. We're gonna just take them all off. And they're so old, you know. So we're gonna take all that off, and I'm gonna order decals. This is the biggest dent on the truck. This little dent here. I mean, not bad at all. I'll probably just tap it from the back and put a light skin of filler on it. And this is the side. Okay, this was also touched up, these two doors, and you can see they did a fast job. It's just peeling already. Okay, but we're gonna take these handles out and properly sand it and then paint it. These handles, I believe I'm also gonna paint green, same color as the truck. Some of the runs the body shop did, they just did a quickie on it, you know, nothing crazy. Using a combination of dish soap and simple green, just washing the dirt off. You know, we took the bed liner out, took the rack off. This is what it looks like. Just cleaning, you know, just cleaning, because you want everything clean before you start doing body work. That's the main thing. This is how the truck's looking so far. Looking pretty clean. The next step, I'm going to take the front and rear bumpers off, take the door panels off and the mirrors off, and that's pretty much it. First thing we're going to do, or what you should do when tackling a project, is knowing where you got to do your body work. Just want to mark out the dents so you know exactly where you're going to be putting filler in and whatnot. So what you want to do is just use the sunlight, use the glare, and just go. You can see this door had some body work done, and you can see it is a little wavy, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. You know, maybe we'll kind of try to block it out. We got some cracking. You can see that this door was repainted before. When they repainted it, they glued on the Toyota emblem. I think they might have done it too early, and it ate up the paint and cracked it. And you can see kind of right there. So we're going to do a little bit of glazing and body work right there. But as far as you can see some runs, you know, they didn't do the best paint job on it. It was a quick paint job. It is what it is. You can see some runs down in here. But all this will be sanded out with a DA. We're mainly focused right now on finding dents. Okay, this is some sagging in here, and the paint runs over here. But we're going to be circling pretty much. I'm just going to circle the big dents that we're going to pretty much get rid of. So we'll just look at it like this. You know, this truck ain't that bad, actually. I'm not going to worry too much in here because all of this is going to be covered with the fender flares. We got one up in here. Right, we got some dents up on the back cab there, but we're not going to worry about these. So we're going to take care of that. Some markers. These handles are going to come out. We have something right up here. Okay, a little dent right there. So that's pretty much what you want to do, is mark everything out, because once you start sanding, it's going to be very hard to find these little dings and dents. Okay, so pretty much it. And then we got this big dent right there. It's the biggest one. But then once we pull it out, very little body filler. The tailgate, right there, a little bit of waviness. Very little, I mean, it's not much. When removing emblems like this, you could use a metal putty knife. Just be careful you don't really scratch the paint. You could use a plastic one, and then you can also use the rubber wheel to take all the glue off when done, but it'll all sand out with 80 grit anyway, because I plan to prime the whole back. So we're using a stud welder here. We're going to pull it all out. I'm hitting some of the high spots down, and after that we're going to cut the pins off and then grind it. I'm using a 36 grit disc here, and then after that's all done, right, you can see what I'm doing here is I'm getting 80 grit, and you're going all around the dent about 2 inches, give or take, because you need something for the body filler to blend into, right? You don't want to just put body filler right on glossy paint. It needs to be scuffed up. So don't forget to go to LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com if you want more videos like this in step-by-step detail. There's tons of information on that website. Once you subscribe, you get the DIY guide, you get the newsletter, and check out LearnAutoBodyAndPaint VIP as well. Right now we're doing a special promo. If you sign up to VIP, I'll ship you out a free Gunbud Ultra lighting system. If you don't know what that is, just YouTube it, or we're going to be showing you in future videos exactly how that thing bolts onto your spray gun, snaps onto your spray gun, and helps you paint. So all these little minor dents here, I say if a dent is less than 1/4 inch, which some people may think is deep, then you could try to tap it out from the back, or you could just fill it. Okay, this is a work truck. I'm not doing a crazy paint job. You know, something like this, you can see that fender was pushed in. I'm just showing you the low spot. The glossy is the low spot there. So as long as you keep your DA flat, you can basically see the low spots like this. And now I'm just gonna hit the inside, and we're gonna give this a coat of body filler and just fill it and straighten it out. Okay, there's different levels of body work, different types of body work jobs. Okay, this is kind of going the quicker and cheaper way. We're not going to spend the time doing any PDR. We're not going to grind it all, pull it out with a stud welder. It's going to come out, the end product is going to look the same. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put a skin on this thing of filler, straighten it out, prime it. We've got a couple more dents here. You can see these light little waves and dents. Just hit it with 80 grit. You don't have to go down to metal as long as the paint is decent. I'm using the same 80 grit paper to remove all of this glue. All right, once that's done, we're gonna be 2K filler primer anyway, so that'll fill all the scratches up. I'm gonna actually take this down to about 150 to 220. I forgot what paper I used, but as long as you're in that vicinity, you're okay for 2K filler primer. So when you open up a new can of filler, make sure you mix it up. If you notice a lot of glaze on top, the chemical is separating inside. You wanna make sure it's mixed really, really well. So here we go. We got Kevin Tetz is gonna get mad at me because he doesn't like to mix body filler on cardboard. My dad used to use a piece of glass. I used to use a piece of glass, but right now I'm using a piece of cardboard. For every golf ball size of body filler, you're gonna put about 8 drops of body filler. Now, if you're gonna get super technical, you can measure it all out on a scale, but when mixing, you could do the figure 8, like Kevin Tetz says, but this stuff, it levels out so quickly that even if you do mix it the way I do, you rarely get pinholes. Plus, when you're pushing it down while you're applying it, it even further eliminates the pinholes. Okay, like I do there, and then you go. And you know, when it comes to laying body filler, once it's good enough, you leave it alone. Because if you just keep on going messing with it, it's gonna dry, then you're gonna get a really rough texture. I don't know if you've done it before, but it's very hard recording with one hand and doing body filler. I literally laid pretty much the whole coat of body filler around the whole truck, holding the phone here and recording. So we're just getting all the spots. Okay, you want to push pretty firmly and leave good enough alone, because you can always, if there's not enough after you sand it, you can feel it. If there's not enough, you can always give it another coat. Okay, when you're in your body filler stage, you can go as many coats as you want. If you screw it up too high, too low, you shave off too much, you can always add a little bit more. Okay, but ideally, you want to get it done with one shot. Bigger dents, bigger body work, you're going to probably go over a minimum of 2 times, sometimes 3 times. Okay, just to get it right. But a lot of these dents and waves are so shallow where it's just basically, you know, one fill and done. I think that fender I put 2 coats on, actually. So when sanding and shaping body filler, I like to use 80 grit as my all-around shaping. Once you get it all, you know, all the dents filled in and it's all shaped and feels great, feels smooth, with no ripples, no low spots, no high spots, then you can move to a 150. You know, this is not rocket science. Okay, you can move to a 150 grit and then 2K filler primer on top of that. But if you have a 220, 240, you can finish with that as well. You know, it's just going to be a little finer cut. I wouldn't get, you know, into like a 320, 380. I mean, you could, but I like to finish at around 240 grit and then 2K filler prime. Sometimes, you know, you don't have paper. Sometimes maybe you're like, oh crap, I don't have any 150. Well, you can go from 80 to 220 or 240 grit and be ready for paint. Okay, so I'm still cutting here with 80 grit. You can see that you always want to keep, especially on a flat surface like this, you want to keep your DA or your sander straight. And you could basically feel, if you do this for a long time in a while, you can basically feel the high spot in the middle of your DA. And what I like to do is keep the middle of your DA on the edge of the filler, so you're halfway on the flat surface and halfway on the body filler where you're cutting. You can see I'm kind of going up and down, and what I want to do here is eliminate that hard edge and just smoothen everything out. So you can see that I got about 50% the middle of my pad on that hard edge, and I just keep going up and down side to side to cut it, because you're using half the disc to keep your guide on the flat surface and then half the disc on the body filler, and you just go back and forth. And the other great guide is your hand. Okay, so every once in a while you're going to want to stop, especially if you're new to this. You're going to want to stop and feel it. And if you have problems feeling high and low spots and the waviness, then you can just get a 1K flat black spray paint in an aerosol can. Any cheap paint will do, and just draw a couple of guide coats, draw a couple of lines. And I have other videos just like this that go deep, you know, hardcore into auto body work and Learn Auto Body and Paint VIP. We have tons of videos going, you know, over this. I'm just kind of showing you part of the detail here, so you can see I'm feeling it, making sure it's nice and flat. So that's pretty much it. Once it's shaped, you hit it with a 150 to 220, 240 grit, get it smooth. Then you mix up your 2K filler primer. I'm using the Atom X20 spray gun with a 1.4 tip here. If you're doing large body work, then you're going to want to use a 1.8 if you're doing like a lot of body filler, you know, covering a lot of the panels. But a 1.4, you know, you could reduce it a little bit extra just so it flows out nicely. Sanding it dry sand with 320 grit, cutting all that 2K filler primer down. In the next segments, we're going to go over painting door jambs and painting all the accessory pieces. So watch the next series to this. We're going to get more in detail, show you exactly how to do everything so you can customize and paint any project you want.
Do you want proven steps to take your car, bike, or project from average to amazing? Since 2010, Learn Auto Body VIP has helped thousands transform projects, open up shops, and build side hustles from home. Subscribe now, hit the bell, and get free training at LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. And don't forget to join our Discord community.